Hello, this is Addictedtostarwars23's response to daily SW collecting week contests week 3, and so let's get started on the question. But this week we're supposed to talk about like if we made our own Star Wars TV show, what George Lucas asked us for like ideas, then what would your idea be? Then the first question is, first I should explain what the whole show, what my idea for the show would be about. Anyway, like you guys can probably tell from the picture I have up right now, is that it'd be about stormtroopers. So basically, it'd just be kind of about like a group of stormtroopers and stuff. I'll kind of explain more later in this video. And so let's get started on the questions. When does the series take place in relationship to the movies, before, during, or after? Well, it'd basically take place like around the time of the movies. Um, I don't know, it'd probably be like a little bit before, just before Luke and stuff show up and start destroying the Empire completely and stuff. So, then the Empire would at least have some power. But at some point in the show, then it'd probably, start kind of merging with the original trilogy. Like, maybe you hear some of them talking about like how, the rebels just blew up the Death Star or something like that. Then the second question is, who's the main character the series will follow? Is it a new character or somebody we already know from the movies? Um, the main character would kind of be, um, it would kind of be like the leader of their stormtrooper platoon. So, I don't know, I don't really give him a name. I kind of just thought of him being a number. I didn't really bother to think up a number or anything. I didn't really make him a name. I don't know, I don't think I could come up with a good name for stormtroopers. So, he'd pretty much be the main character. But, it kind of, like, kind of have character building throughout the episodes for, each character, like, for each stormtrooper. They have, like, individual character building. So, like, that way you get to know the whole platoon. Sometimes, like, one might die and then they get a new member you have to get used to and stuff like that. Then, who will the main character interact with at least 3 other characters? Like we're supposed to have characters from the movies. So I think like some characters is Darth Vader would probably appear at some point. So would Emperor Palpatine. And for the third one, I don't know, it'd probably be like Imperial officer. Maybe like General Veers or something like that. That one of them would probably be in there somewhere. Like probably one of the officers from the Empire Strikes Back, because that's where we saw the most of them. Maybe even like Grand Moff Tarkin or something like that. And let's see, details on who would do the voice acting. Um, for a lot of them, it'd probably be the guy who does the voice of the clones in Star Wars Clone Wars. I can't remember his name at the second. I'm not very good with names. But anyway, it'd probably be him for some of the guys, and then maybe just some random other people for the other ones. They should kind of show that some of them are clones and some of them aren't. Also, there probably wouldn't be as many clones as there would be random people. But I would, if I made the show, I would like to show that there's still some clones in there, because that's kind of how I think. It's the kind of thing that connects the stormtroopers and clone troopers. I think it'd be weird to leave it out. And then tell us the plot of your first episode. What happens? Well, the first episode basically, kind of start introducing, all the team and stuff. It kind of start showing all the characters and stuff and each stormtrooper's individual personalities. Each of them kind of would have like, well, basically like what I think this platoon would be like in the show is they're kind of disconnected from the Empire. It's not like, they're not like the main guys like patrolling the Death Star and stuff like that. They're not exactly interacting very much with the main characters. They're kind of isolated from the rest of the Imperial Army. Basically, they just have like their own personal Star Destroyer, which I kind of named myself. I called it the Devil's Claw. Somehow that just sounds cool to me. So that's what their thing is called, Devil's Claw. It's their Star Destroyer. And basically aboard there, it's their Star Destroyer isn't very filled up because there's not many of them. They basically have like one AT-AT, which they basically usually use. That one, their AT-AT, I forgot to come up with a name for. You know, I came up with the name for their Star Destroyer, but I haven't really come up with a name for their AT-AT because, like I said, I didn't spend tons of time on this. I don't know. I don't want to come up with stupid names or something. I'm not very good at coming up with names, as I already mentioned. But anyway, though, so basically, like I said, they're kind of disconnected and stuff because basically they're pretty much like very high ranking in like the Imperial Army. So basically, the Empire, like the Emperor, just kind of lets them go around and do their thing. Like he doesn't intervene in their missions very much. Nobody really asks them like where they're going very often. They just kind of find out like where trouble is and go figure it out themselves. They're not like very connected to the rest of the Imperial Army. So like I said, the first episode would basically kind of just be them like going to solve some mission probably. I don't know, it'd probably be like, well, the first episode I think I'd like to see is maybe like, I think it'd be kind of interesting like if they landed on like on a planet and stuff, just to kind of investigate, and then they find like a remnant of the battle droid army, the separatist army, and they had to face them and stuff, and defeat them and everything, and then continue on the way. So anyway, I think that's pretty much it for my show idea. So I hope you guys like it, and until next time, may the force be with you.